Good morning, everyone. Welcome again to another Alumni Spotlight here on our Lord's Facebook page. Brian Christiana here today with Tommy Nicola, class of 1994. Tommy, how you doing today?
Very good. Good to see you, Brian.
Tommy, where in the world are you today?
Currently, I am in my office here in Milton, Pennsylvania. It's a food manufacturing facility. We make Chef Boyardee. We're the only facility in the world that makes Chef Boyardee.
So that, if I'm correct, that's ConAgra, right?
It was ConAgra. They recently sold us to a new company called Hometown Foods.
How's that transition been for you guys?
A little painful right now as we're still trying to figure out all the bugs and the new owners are coming in and doing a lot. But I think it's exciting for us. I think we're looking forward to the future with the new company, and as I said, we're really looking forward to it.
That's awesome, Tommy. That's good stuff. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the Facebook page. Please leave any comments, any questions you have for Tommy. Messages will come in on our Facebook page as well. Tommy, you graduated from Our Lady of Lourdes in 1994. You're a Shamokin guy, though, correct? You're from Shamokin, Cole Township?
Cole Township. I grew up down in Tharptown.
You grew up in Tharptown. You have a couple siblings, and you all went to Lourdes, correct?
I do. I have an older brother, Sam, who was a 91 grad, and then my younger brother, Francis, who was a 99 grad.
And when you were at Lourdes, you were involved in a lot. Looking here at the class of 94 yearbook.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, Tommy, you were involved in a lot, including baseball and basketball. What was it like being on the basketball and baseball team at Lourdes?
Made a lot of good friends. Grew up playing with a lot of the same guys. I said playing with Pete my whole life, Bill Zielinski my whole life, Chris Feudel, some just really good people that really shaped my life and became best friends since preschool. So it was really fun to be on the court or on the diamond alongside of those guys and have a lot of fun with those guys and just have those experiences to fall back on. We talk about them quite frequently, honestly, and it's always good to reminisce.
That time at Lourdes was good, early 90s. I mean, Tommy, you were around when the Lourdes boys basketball team, when they had their magic.
We had some good runs there. We really did.
What was it like, especially you were younger in high school, seeing that team win the state championship?
So we were in 8th grade when that team won a state championship, and it was a lot of fun, though. We did go down to Hershey and watch the game, and it was an amazing game to see Brian Dirk hit the foul shots at the end to win it. It was awesome. It was a great scenario, and I got to give a lot of credit to our girls teams too, seeing them play because they played my junior and senior year in a state title game, and they won it our senior year. So it was a lot of fun to see them grow as a team too, and really take it to the gold.
What was it like playing for Coach Corbich?
It was good. It was between him and Mr. Brennan. It was very demanding. You had to know the offense. There was no lacking on defense. You ran a lot, and they were very demanding.
When you were at Lourdes, also you played baseball. What was the baseball team like?
We were a little bit better, I would say, through my junior year. Senior year, we were down a little bit because we lost a lot of players. I got to play with your dad, and it was a great experience. One of the best pure hitters I've ever seen. But we had a good, really solid team. I'd say through my junior year, we made playoffs. I think my freshman and sophomore years, we made first round of districts, which really didn't happen a lot for the Lourdes baseball. But it was a good time.
And you also were on the football team, Tommy.
I played 4 years of football. Yep.
Well, can you tell? Because a lot of the kids now, I mean, Lourdes football, they've merged with Mount Carmel in the last 10 years or so. What was it like being a Lourdes football player?
Again, we had a lot more participation back then. We had some good teams again. I think yet again, freshman, sophomore, junior years, we made playoffs. We had a little bit of a downtick senior year because we lost a lot of players.
Yeah.
But playing for Coach Chesney and some of those experiences, one of the best 4 years of my life playing for him. He taught the game very well. He was sometimes a little crazy, but he taught the game and he cared for everybody very much. There was no just yelling at you to yell. When he yelled, there was a purpose behind it, and everybody loved him.
That's good stuff. And again, Coach Chesney, who is now helping his son Bobby down at James Madison University. What's it like seeing your old football coach now on the sidelines for Division I helping his son?
Well, it's even more. I got to play with Bobby a couple years. Bobby and I became really close friends the 2 years that we got to play at Lourdes together. and I still keep in contact with him now. And it's just amazing to see the growth that he's had over the years and the opportunities that he's had to take his knowledge and skills to the Division I level. And granted, most of that came from his father. He learned a lot from his father, who was a great coach, and like father, like son right now. Bobby's proven to be an outstanding football coach.
Tommy, looking at your yearbook again, you had a lot of good stuff going on. Homeroom rep in 11th grade, library club, business club, key club. You were involved in a lot. Was that something you just took a lot of pride in? Was it because there was a lot of others involved? What got you involved at Lord's?
A little bit of both. I like to get involved. I like the interaction with all the people, whether it be within my own class or across grades. I did have some classes where I was in some of the advanced math classes, so I got to meet a lot of people that were sometimes you don't normally interact with outside of your grade level.
Yeah.
So getting into those business clubs and key clubs, you had a lot of, like I said, 9th through 12th grade interaction and not just your peers in your own grade.
It's good stuff. And there's a lot of good people at Lord's as well on the academic side. Who are some of the teachers that influenced you?
I'd have to say Mr. Lubeski was a big one. I don't think many people cannot say that. He was a strong-handed disciplinarian, but the man knew how to teach and he knew how to get the best out of all of us. He comes to mind first and foremost, really.
He was a very good man. Coach Lubeski, always involved. Some others, and I mean, you and I had some teachers in common as well, including Mr. Bill Gilger, who was also a basketball coach.
Yes,
Can you talk about him? Because he's still teaching at Lord's to this day.
When I heard that a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't believe it. He's been teaching there for, I don't know, that's got to be over 40 years now.
Yeah.
And he was a very gentle teacher, very soft spoken, but again, he knew how to get the best out of everybody. I had him for business law, and it was one of the best courses I ever took. He was fun to listen to. He really knew the topic, so it was easy for him to teach it to us. And still, when I see him walking down the street today, I know he goes for a lot of walks with his brother Mark, and just love saying hi to him and seeing the smile on his face. So he was our JV coach for basketball, and then obviously his brother was my baseball coach at the time too.
Good stuff going on during your time at Lord's. So, Tommy, you graduated in '94. What was the next step for you?
Well, the next step, I went to Penn State for a couple of years, and it just really didn't work out for me. So in 1997, I left school and I enlisted in the United States Navy. That's probably the best thing I ever did in my life. I would say everything I learned at Lord's, all the discipline and the teachings and everything that I had there really helped me when I entered the service. And I wound up making a career out of it and retired just shy of 22 years.
How was it being in the military?
I was a little scary at first, never really leaving the Shamokin area. You're going from a class of 65 people in high school to my first ship. There was almost 6,000 people on board.
Wow.
So it was a little bit of a change and a little bit of a culture shock. But other than my friends at Lord's, I've made some of the best friendships in my life in my time served. I don't think there's a state in the union that I can't drive to and find somewhere to stay with a friend that I served with. And it's just, it was a great experience. Got to see, I think I counted almost 48 different countries in my time.
Wow.
And yeah, it was just a great time. I mean, I'm glad to be back home. I'm glad it's over. I wouldn't give up going back for what I have now, but I would never, no regrets of what I did.
You said 48 different countries you've been to. What are some of the parts of those countries that stand out to you the most?
I would say the biggest standout to me was the first time I went to Dubai in the Middle East was 1999, and it really was just a pile of sand. And my last visit there in 2015, the way the city transformed and the way it is now was just unbelievable. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and it's an amazing feat that what they pulled off there to build that city.
Wow, that's awesome. Have you ever been? I mean, you've been over to Europe. What's Europe like?
Europe is as close to America as you can get. Some of the countries, they don't like Americans. That we've gotten protested in European ports. They didn't want us there. But for the most part, they love Americans. They love when we're over there because they know we're going to spend money.
Yeah.
And it's a different culture, but it's as close to us as you can get. When you go to countries like in the Middle East or Japan, in that area, those cultures are a complete shock to American culture. So it's completely different in Europe and, in the Far East.
That's awesome, man. And you were in the military for a while. After being in the military, what was next for you?
So I retired in 2018. I moved back home. I had met my now wife, Jennifer, in 2015 on a trip home. So we actually did a long distance relationship she lived in Mifflinburg, and I was living in Hawaii at the time. So when I moved back, I got my job here at Conagra. I moved back to Mifflinburg with her, and then we got married in 2019, and it's been bliss since.
Please tell us about Hawaii, because I'm jealous now that you're talking about it. Go ahead.
So I had 2 tours in Hawaii. I was there from 2004 to 2007. I was doing submarine repair and maintenance. And then I was there in 2015 to when I retired and moved back. And I was the director of quality assurance for Submarine Squadron 7 out there.
Wow. And I mean, I'm sure that's a big culture change from little Shamokin all the way to Hawaii.
Definitely. I absolutely loved it out there. You can't beat the weather. You can't beat the water. I picked up scuba diving out there, and I would be in the water every weekend. A whole different world underneath the water. I miss it, but again, I would not give up what I have now to move back or do it again.
How has it been since you've come back home?
In some ways, things have never changed, and my relationships with my classmates in '94, it's like I never left. We picked right up where we always have been. Same thing with most of my family, but the towns have changed. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's a shame to see some of the businesses that have gone, that weren't here when I came back, but there's a lot of them that still are. Um, but it's been good to be back. It's the fact that I can just pick up and drive, see my parents, see my family, and not have to do a video call or just a phone
Yeah.
call from 6 hours away or 6 hour time difference away.
Yeah.
So it's good to be home.
Well,
This will always be my home.
it's glad to have you back, Tommy, again. Ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
you.
please leave any comments or questions for Tommy. One question did just come in. Tommy, as a young guy living in Shamokin, what was your favorite part about Shamokin?
My friends and the fact that I grew up in the non-digital age. So, you made a phone call on your house phone and you say, we're all going to meet here at this playground. And you just met up and played basketball, rode bikes, whatever it was. We were outside from morning till the arc lights came on, is what we were told. And as soon as the parents went to bed, we went back out and met again anyway, just to have fun. But my time outside with my friends growing up was always the best times.
You're talking about your younger times with your friends. Tommy, were you a St. Joe's, or was it West Catholic?
Well, I went to St. Joseph's Church and West Catholic School before it became Queen of Peace.
Yeah, yeah. And how can you? Because again, a lot of the kids don't know how good CYO was back. Even it ended roughly like right after I graduated high school. What was CYO like for you?
It was a great learning experience. We all learned how to play the game at that point, other than just in our backyards, shooting at a hoop. We had some great coaches going up. Bob Stark was one of the best mentor coaches I've ever had. And we had some good teams. So I know as West Catholic, we won the league a couple times, but I think it was a couple of years after me. One of the West Catholic teams won a diocesan. So
Wow.
it was a lot of competition. You played it against your friends because especially when the school merger happened with Queen of Peace, it was still St. Stan, St. Ed's, West Catholic, uh, Holy Spirit, all the people you grew up with and were playing sports with outside school. You're not competing against on the court. So it was a lot of fun. And then all those same people then that wound up going to Lord's, you get to play together with them at that time.
And who are some of the people that you played against that you remember from CYO that you got to play with?
You look at the Holy Spirit guys, you got, or not Holy Spirit, St. Mary's. So
Coltmont.
John Rainey, Coltmont, John Rainiac, Mike Higgins. Let's see, well, he went to Mount Carmel, but I'm trying to think who else. We had a lot of West Catholic guys on our Lord's basketball team. Well, I mean, Rob Spears, he was a St. Stan's guy, St. Ed's. Yeah. Ralph was a great player. John Lazicki was St. Stan's or St. Ed's.
Yeah.
So playing against those guys and then playing with them was a great experience.
Lords basketball again in the 90s was a good time. And I mean, you brought up the girls team. What year were you when they made it to when they won the state title?
Senior year. That was our 93, 94 team.
And what was that like, being in the hallways during a state championship team victory?
Oh, it was awesome. We had a great following for them. We always supported them as a group. Every game we got to see for them was just an amazing game. Seeing them at Hershey, seeing how happy they were and how ecstatic they were. And it was a great victory for the school to really put Lords a little bit more on the map other than boys basketball in 90.
What's it like as an alum now, seeing our girls basketball team have the success they've been having?
I think it's the continuing of, Coach Climbera and his mentorship and his ability to take the talent that he has from such a small gathering of females and make a great team out of them. A lot of those girls now are, the sons and daughters of the guys and girls that I played with at the time. So the apple doesn't fall far from the tree for a lot of them. When you look at the athletic ability of the parents that I played with, and now their daughters, they're playing, and they're just to be expected. Mr. Kier was a great basketball player back in the day, and you see his daughter doing the same thing.
Yeah. And Tommy, you talked about the class of 94. Who are some of the people you keep in contact with?
Oh, I can. Me, Pete Long, Bill Zielinski, and Chris Feudel are like peas in a pod. We're always around, always together. On the girls' side, Marla LaGrimace Split, Chrissy Munson, Chrissy Naylor, Liz Carnes-Arcara, Amy Riprish. We're always making excuses just to get together and hang out.
That's amazing. It's good to know, especially like right now, a lot of the younger classes, they don't have like the reunion type of stuff that they do. And knowing that the class of 94 is still going strong is great.
It is great. We played in the golf tournament a couple of weeks ago. It was me, Joe Shaklitsky, Bill Zielinski, and Pete. And it was the first time we'd ever played together like that. And it was a great time. We're actually going to play in another one down in Lancaster with Joe down there. And we're really looking forward to it. Just really good people.
You brought up Billy Zielinski. Would you have ever thought in high school he'd be in the position he's in now?
No, and when he was getting ready to retire as a cop and he asked me if he should do it, I told him no, but obviously he didn't listen.
Yeah, he's doing some good stuff for the city of Shamokin and so forth.
Yes, he is.
Tommy, we're getting close to the end. Look, I want to go back into the past again about Shamokin. What were some of the other places you like to go to eat? What were some of the things that the Nicola family did in Shamokin?
Coney Island was one. We always liked to go to Coney Island.
Yeah.
We didn't really eat out a lot at restaurants. My mom was really good about making meals at home, so we had some home-cooked meals. I don't know.
What's her specialty? Let me ask you that.
Well, she's an Irish woman, but she learned how to cook on the Italian side from my dad. So I don't think there's anything my mom can't make. She now makes an amazing Italian wedding soup once a year for Christmas, and it's one of the best wedding soups I've ever had.
Nice. Sounds like good stuff, man.
It's very good. Yep.
Tommy, we're again close to the end. Let me ask you, what are some personal goals for you?
A lot of my personal goals have already been met, but I never strive to. I mean, it's a lifetime in the military was a goal that not many people ever get to dream of.
Yeah.
So now I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying my family. My wife and I have a beautiful home in a quiet area over in Middleburg, Pennsylvania, and it's just enjoying a quiet life.
Do you guys have any summer plans going on? Anything exciting this summer?
We were in the Finger Lakes last week for vacation. We go up to Lake Cayuga. Other than that, not really. She's a busy woman, so it's tough to get her off of work sometimes, and just enjoying the summer.
I've personally never been up to the Finger Lakes. What's it like up there?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's very peaceful, very relaxing. If you like to fish, it's good fishing. But we spend a week at a rental house up there and just sit and drink coffee in the mornings and just relax at the lake all day.
Sounds like a great time. And Tommy, another question did come in. Just simply asking, Tommy, how's your brother Sam doing?
Who was that? My ask?
They asked how your brother was doing.
Who asked?
His John. Some guy named John messaged the Lord's Facebook page.
Okay, Sam's doing good. He has 2 adult daughters. he's been working for the Penn State 4-H extension for coming up on 25 years now. He really enjoys doing it. He is in his final year for the diaconate program, so he will become a deacon here in the next probably 12, 14 months. He's really excited and really looking forward to that, and he will wind up serving Our Lady of Hope Church.
That's awesome. Tommy, we're getting close to the end again. I just want to ask you, what advice would you have for a young person? It's actually one of my students is interested in joining the military.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you have for him?
Just keep an open mind. The military is definitely not for everybody, but it is for some, and it can be a great recourse in a broken life sometimes. My younger brother joined right out of high school, and it's the best thing he ever did in his life too. And he spent 20 years as well in the military. So take a hard look at what you want to do. Make sure it's what you want to do in the military, because there's thousands of different jobs you can do in each of the branches of the service. So make sure you pick the right one and hopefully make the best out of it.
That's great. And another easy one. Why should a parent watching this send their child to Lord's?
I just think the academics there are above and beyond any school in the area. I think the care factor of the teachers, I think the small classes make it easier to learn.
Yeah.
Make it easier to have friends, lifelong friends. And it's just a great school. It's a great place to be.
That's awesome stuff. Tommy, I want to thank you for giving us some of your time today. I know you're at work. But again, thank you for everything and giving back to your school.
Sorry about that. Got a call in.
It's okay. I just wanted to say thank you again for giving us some of your time. I know you're super busy.
Thank you very much for the invite. I really appreciate it.
And Tommy, here's an easy one. Is there any other alums that you highly suggest we interview like this?
I would go after Bill.
All right. I like that. Billy Zielinski would be a great one. He's a good man. And
between his time served in the police force in Shamokin and everything he's seen and what he's given back to the community now, I think Bill will be a great one to interview.
Great stuff. Well, again, Tommy, thank you for giving us your time today. Ladies and gentlemen, please send messages in. I'll forward them to Tommy and so forth. But Tommy, have a great day, my friend. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for the time.
All right, everybody. Next week, we have a few more lined up. Be ready, and hope you all have a great day and good weekend.
See you guys.